Grew up in Leflore County. We lived in Edabina, lived out in the country, lived in Sunflower. Been around Greenwood my whole life.
He would come out on the farm, drive tractor, and work in the rice fields and do whatever we need to do. So he was always on the farm doing something.
It's kind of fun listening to the two of them. Jim will ask him a question and he'll usually say he's got it done or hadn't gotten it done and go gets it done.
I couldn't have done this without them. My father giving me the opportunity to start by letting me rent some of his land. I thought when I was 23 and I'd been working for him that I knew everything I needed to know. And I didn't realize how little I knew until I started my own crop and had to call him. It seemed like 20 times a day, every day. My children, Grace is 16, Carter's 14. They both go to Pill Academy here in Greenwood. My wife, Lauren, we've been married 4 years now. She works here in town for a law firm.
But I hadn't really thought that I was going to be married to a farmer. No one in my immediate family was a farmer, so I really didn't know as much about it as probably a lot of my friends.
She helps a lot on the business end of things. It'd be a lot more difficult without her.
I don't think there are just a whole lot of downsides that I can think about. Just the long hours being by myself during planting and harvest.
This is my 20th year farming. I planted my first crop in 2003. It's usually sun up to sundown. There's not as much getting to ride around in the pickup as people think there is. They think once you've been farming 10 years or so that you can just ride around the truck and point to everybody, and that's not the case, unfortunately. Don't have a couple good years and think it's going to be the norm. There's going to be bad times no matter what you do. 1 year will be great, 3 years will be okay, and 1 year will be terrible. You never know when that one bad one's coming up.
Brad's a hard worker. He puts in a lot of hours. Sometimes you start at daylight and you run till 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. He hangs in there and gets it done.
He's really good at fixing things too. You know, whenever you need something put together or something fixed, he can usually sit down and figure it out. He doesn't give up. He doesn't quit.
Brad's very hardworking and very dedicated. You have to be out there watching the crops and checking water, you know, making sure everything goes okay so you can make a crop.
He'd do anything in the world, he'd go out of his way to help. Not only me, but everybody that works out here, he'd do anything he can for you. Just that type person. He's a real kind-hearted and giving person.
Well, I've been with Brad for 6 years now. He treats you with respect and all that kind of stuff, and I can't see myself working for someone else.
He's a great guy, caring, do anything for you. If you need something, he's the guy to call. He's all about his kids and his family, especially with his employees. You know, family comes first.
Oh, you couldn't ask for a finer fellow to work for.
He was a little hellion. He was always into something, you know, as most little boys are.
Carter, he's starting to show some interest in farming.
Not my predominant option maybe, but it's an option.
I do not Not even a little.
She knows she can get free gas at my shop.
It's a lifetime achievement type thing. Very proud of him.
It's nice to see all of his hard work kind of pay off and be, noticed and rewarded.
I just think he's happy that he got this award for working hard.
I'm proud of him. He worked hard for it, and he deserves it.
It is nice and, a good feeling when you're recognized for everything that you do. I do appreciate the Chamber of Commerce nominating Brad for this award and selecting him for it.
I'd like to thank my wife, Lauren, and my family for understanding the long hours when I'm not home. I'd like to thank the Chamber of Commerce and everyone involved for making this happen. It's an honor. It gives me a great feeling of accomplishment that I've done enough for people to recognize for me to stand out.